Hello everyone, Horror Cynic here with Tyrant Reviews, and this is Rebuild 3 Gangs of Deadsville by Northway Games. You play as a survivor of the zombie apocalypse. It's up to you and your close-knit group of allies to come together and rebuild civilization as you see fit. But be careful. Not only will you have to deal with the Walking Dead, but other groups of humans as well. Make peace, go to war, or end up as zombie chow. The choice is up to you. Now, some of you may remember I reviewed the previous version of Rebuild, also for iOS, and I was a big fan. Surprise, surprise, I'm a big fan of this. It's really good. It is greatly expanded, greatly improved. Everything is just awesome about this game. Let's go over some things here on screen. You can rate the game right in the corner. Then you can quick play, which is just sort of one town that you can do on your own. It's not connected to anything. There's a story mode, which I believe is an addition from last time. And story mode is great. I love story mode. I have a few complaints with it. Like, I don't feel it's greatly connected to each other as you go from town to town. But that said, I'm still a big fan. Story mode's great. We're just going to do a quick play, or start a little quick play here, because there are spoilers to the story mode I don't want to show. And then you can load a game, and then the gear is your options. You can adjust graphics quality, animation quality. Disabling night animations can cause lagging on some devices, but that's okay. We'll keep it as it is for right now. Animation is not a huge thing in this game. Render textures, larger fonts, colorblind mode, tutorial, achievements, resetting the story mode, modding, and all sorts of good things like that. So it's actually fairly in-depth. There's even a wiki, so lots of stuff. Let's jump right into quick play. You're going to start off with a character. You can customize however you like. Governor Ngoyan. He is not a Ngoyan, I'm sorry. Well, he could be, but I don't think he is. And you can adjust your gender. Miss Thunder. I could buy her as a Miss Thunder. You can change the body type, so you have a tall, medium, sort of the stocky, and that also applies to the other gender. We're going to go with average dude, I guess. Aziz. Let's call him PC for me. And we'll have... I am very pale. My hair is not that color, but you can't really change it all that much. You just get a selection of different heads. And I'm going to go with wide selection. It's pretty good. That's sort of the closest for this build. They have different heads depending on the build, which is very nice touch. There's quite a bit of customization options in here. Then you change your torso and your legs, which is basically just what kind of shirts you want to wear. Or no shirt at all. Let's go with... I am not nearly this well built in real life, I should mention. Let's go with the vest. That's practical. Pants? No, we want to have shoes. Cargos would be very useful. Let's go with an all-dark look. Go a bit edgelord, I suppose. The job basically just says what you're good at to start off with. In this case, the priest. It's leadership, skill, it's church. More devout survivors, equipment is the megaphone. Hobo improves your scavenging and frees up more housing space. College student makes engineering schools and bars more effective, and you get a calculator. My actual job is not in here. College student's probably closest. And actually, we're going to go with police officer, just straight up sort of defense. Defense and +1 from all guns, and I start off with a pistol. Now I can customize the town you want to start off with. You can change the size. We're going to just go with typical. The number of human factions. Let's go with 2. Difficulty normal. If you want rivers, you want coastline. And you can change the name. Let's just go with eeny, meeny, miny. I screwed that up. It's going to be totally out of sync. Let's go with Duncan. Alright. So here we are on the map. There's a lot of things to go over. You can see what day it is, the very top. You can see your stats of your people here. You tapping on the little icon with the people in it. There's a survivor list. You can tap on them to get more details, like Jim Henderson, he's our first scavenger. Logan Bond is our first builder. Misaki Phillips is our first soldier. And then you can look at the resources we have. We have 0 explosives. We're making 2 food per day, which means we're losing 2 food per day because we're using up 4. 20 materials, 10 ammunition, 5 fuel, 5 medicine. We have no government. Once you get a government, you can enact certain policies and different things like that. And it tells you all the different like happiness effects and overgoing effects and all sorts of things like that. The factions. Once you find a faction, you can see what their strength is, what their respect of you is. Even though I said 2, there's 3 on here. That's because you will always have the traveling merchant faction, which basically just comes around as some events and you can trade things with them. And then there's your research. You get the full tech tree here. In the story mode, you only unlock a little bit of the tech tree at a time. But because this is just single play, you get the full tech tree, which is very nice. So yeah, that looks good. Apple just takes you to the resources page. And then there's a brief overview of all the sort of resources you have. 50 food, 20 materials, 10 bullets, 5 medicine, 5 fuel. The little triangle, that's the relative amount of danger surrounding your fort. Then going along the bottom here, this apple in the green rhombus, I think it is. This just tells you, basically these are data overlays, or info overlays, as it says right there. And it'll tell you just what's going on, like the apple shows if there's different materials you can scavenge nearby. Whereas the skull and crossbones tells you about the zombie danger level, and you can have both on at the same time. It gets a little busy. I just like to have the scavenging overlay on it first, but you can also just turn them all off. Yeah, you can tap on the different areas to see what they are. Like suburbs, you have, this is a really big, oh, it's a huge park. I thought it was a cemetery for a moment. And I've never seen a cemetery that big, but no, it's just a park. That's good. Parks give you things like you can hunt for food, you can get wood for materials. And then finally here we have in the corner, in the right-hand corner, we have, I forget what this does. I think it's just related to different turns and whatnot. But I changed you can change the game speed to whether it runs in real time or whether it goes turn-based. I prefer to have turn-based. So, yeah, let's start assigning people to do things. Let's see what we got around us. Got a bar. Bar would be very useful to get. Bars and churches improve happiness. Farms are also important to get because they give you food automatically. I see one farm to the south of us. Let's get that farm first. Let's clear out some zombies. I will go scavenging at the bar. And you, our scavenger, can go... You should go scout. That looks like a bank, but I want to know more about it. It is indeed a bank. Found a golf club. I assume this is some sort of weapon, yeah. +1 defense, and I get the recreation perk, which I believe just helps their happiness rating. Why aren't you happy? Already starting down in the negatives. Give the golf club to our defender here. Why are you so grumpy? I'm going to put you on time off. That'll auto-improve your mood. It's weird that you start off in such a dour mood. One of the few negatives I have about this game is the music isn't spectacular. I typically just mute it for most of the time. It's good just to listen to it first off to see if you're really going to like it, but I've gotten to the point where it's just like, I don't really need it. I want to listen to other things. But, no, other than that, a lot of things about this are great. I love the graphics. They're nice and cartoony. In the previous game, the characters were... They had photorealistic faces, which was kind of creepy. But in this, obviously, not. They also have special events where they give them more character, and it's a really cool addition. Let's go on to the next day. We have our first zombie horde gathering. Should not be a problem. Oh, we should probably actually have you reclaim the field we cleared out. Put you on defense. They are not going to be a problem at first, but as time goes on, there are going to be more and more zombie hordes, and it's going to be a pain in the ass. Found materials, found ammunition, good. A little bit of an attack there. The Zed's numbers are no match for humanity's resolve. We met them head on and tore them to shreds with our gunfire. Or golf clubs in this case. Found more materials, that's good. I want to clear out another space. Oh, I didn't notice there's a church right to the south of us with a survivor in it. Yeah, that'll also increase happiness, so that's a good touch. But I kind of want to get the bar first. Let me see. I want to see, do I have any devout characters? What is his? He has a little ability here in the corner here. Fast recovery. Recoveries from injury faster. That's nice. And recreation equipment prevents boredom. And yeah, so no one's particularly devout. Pawn shop. Got a lot of stuff in a pawn shop. Radio station, I don't know if it provides any benefit. If it does, I have not found it. Otherwise, it's the big park, which might be worth to get just because of how big it is and how much it can possibly provide. Let's grab it. You can also fish there. That's great. Up. We got some bambos. Fortunately, our defense is such that it doesn't even matter that nobody's there. Hopefully somebody will finish up soon. I'll be up there. I am. I'll provide defense. What did I get? I was a police officer with a gun. Yeah, that's fine. I should be solid. He is not finished taking that farm. So it's going to be a moment. I can send her to clear out the bar. Take that next. You want to expand very fast in the beginning because once you get to a certain point, it just gets so difficult because you are constantly being surrounded by zombies. And it's just so hard to get anything done without exposing your fort to getting taken over. Losing various suburbs and whatnot. Yep, we tore them to shreds again. And now I'm going to take this park. It's going to cost 4 materials. So it's time to scavenge some stuff. Let's go to the Allmart. Start scavenging some things. I could send her to reclaim this, but it would take a long time because it's not her specialty. Let's just have her guard for right now. Let's take a look at... Let's put both overlays on, just so we can get a better look at what's going down. Are there really... Wow, you can reclaim the church too. That's... Yeah, so we're going to be doing quite a bit of expanding to start off with. Little Hobo. I met a strange dog digging outside the walls today. Handsome German Shepherd with a blue bandana. When I approached him, he gave me a friendly bark, wagged his tail, and then barked like he wanted me to come over. Took a look at the hole he was digging. Turns out I found a bunch of turnip plants we never noticed. After he showed me his find, the fellow wandered off. I think I'll call him London if I ever see him again. That's nice. Found a bulldog. I found a dog, so that's cool. That is an item. Pluto. The Jowls said this is one mean dog, plus 2 defense, perk, pet owner. And I think I will take that. And the pet owner benefit is plus 10 happiness from having a pet. That's a good thing. I am heavy on the defense here. Let's see here. You are still going on that. I am still scavenging. So, yeah, looks good. Gustav, okay, this is the trader I was talking about before. A trader named Gustav stopped by the fort today. Between his accent and his short stature, I almost expected him to start ranting about trying to capture the Mus und Squirrel, but it looks like he's more interested in making a profit than going after local wildlife. He's pitched his camp at the radio station just by our fort. If we're interested in seeing what deals he has, we should send over someone there to trade. Let's do that. Oh, or maybe we should guard. I'll send you. You've had a time. I probably should have. These are the different things you can do when interacting with the factions. You can attack them. You can trade with them. And if they're one of the factions that actually takes territory, you can talk with them and there'll be typically some sort of plot line to go with them. Good, we found more ammo. Let's see what he has. If we had a leadership of a certain level, we could ask what he wants, and we get better prices on that. Found a science book. I didn't just notice that. That's cool. 44 food, 90 materials. He has 2 chainsaws, which cost 16 apiece. And that'll provide bonuses to defense and building, but no, I think that's nothing we can really do here. Gustav was in a somber mood when I met him at the caravan. "Greetings, friend," he said. "Too much mercy, too many walking dead men in Duncan today. 2 guards I lost this morning." He held up 2 fingers and considered them. "Well, now I sell you that stuff, so for you, I think it's not so bad." Hope you enjoyed that accent. You can see here, reclaim 24 more buildings. That's how many buildings you have to have in your territory before you can start. You can build the capital, which allows you to do all the different things that were in the government. different policies and whatnot to build the city hall. Go on to the next day. Nope, we have our attack. Should not be a problem. Yep. Used improvised pikes to make a set of zombie shish kebabs. Man, my mouth is not cooperating with me right now. Now we got another one coming at our suburb. Let's send you out to start scouting some of these things. The question mark means there may be something there, but you have not checked it out yet. Take a look. Gustav's Love Caravan. Gustav's Love Caravan just pulled up, and the ladies are waving and blowing kisses from the doors. I'm not sure where Gustav found so much lingerie, but the girls are all kitted out in frilly undergarments. According to Gustav, they're just waiting for men to help them disrobe. Should we oblige? Hire the girls and take part for 10 food, hire the girls for others 10 food, or decline the offer. And considering I'm not gaining any food, I'm a little nervous about spending it, so just gonna say nah. Told Gustav we weren't interested. He fumed and bustled around to each girl, grabbing them and showing off their best features, saying, "How do you not want this?" Ladies were uncomfortable, but I think a little relieved too. Yeah, there are going to be some times we're going to make questionable decisions in this game, like whether to engage in prostitutes or cannibalism. You know, that sort of thing. Alright, so there's food in that area I just scattered out. What's down here? Suburb wall isn't going to hold. We have to do something. A couple of Gustav's mercenaries are nearby and came running. They'll help us out, but it's going to cost us. Now, it could, but if I just let my defenders handle it, it's only a 1% increase to danger, so it should be fine. Wasn't sure we were going to win that one, but we made it through the day by the skin of our teeth. Awesome. Yeah, found more medicine. Okay, so I'll probably just play for a little bit longer and then I'll call it. It's, this is a strategy game, or a simulation strategy game, so it can be a bit slow, and some people should understand that. We'll say some of the other things that could be a problem, could be an issue. Sometimes the controls can be a bit hit or miss, just in terms of tapping. Sometimes things don't register immediately, but it's not a huge problem. Probably the biggest problem is RNG. There are times where you can just get screwed by just waves of zombies, or just hordes of zombies sitting outside your walls, preventing you from doing anything constructive. You can just make the day stretch on, just turn after turn, where you're just waiting for them to attack. You can go out and send people to attack them, but it's usually very risky. There's a good chance of getting them injured. Alright, we actually have a little bit more danger now. 14% danger from surrounding zombies. Send up our guard, and that'll lower it down to 0%. So, take that. Looks like we have a big farm there. I'm taking a long time to scavenge that building. Of course, my scavenge ability is rather low. I forgot. I'm a primary defender now. Why don't you... you see, the danger has gone up from their, just the level of zombies there. And let's go scavenge at the bank. Oh, they're going to attack. No problem. Alright, we got the huge park, and we found a crossbow. Nice. And we don't have anyone who can really use that. Plus 3 defense to get the hunter perk, which makes hunting for things better, obviously. And... there's still no one at that church. I can just reclaim that easy. So I'm going to do that. Now, what am I going to do? Let's clear out this pawn shop. It's not going to give me anything, but it will ease up some of the zombie presence on my walls. Okay, policy. Assigning equipment. Sick of everyone coming to me when there's a new gun or tool to be handed out. We should define a fort-wide policy for this. Problem is, who gets the good stuff? When we find new equipment, should we automatically assign it to survivors? You can manually equip items. Equip skilled survivors first, or equip people at random. I just like to keep it on manual. I like to know who's getting what. Found some ammo. Oh, injured while scavenging. Still haven't been able to work out what happened to Jim Henderson. He walked through the front gate with a glazed look in his eye, nothing to show for a scavenging mission. All I've been able to get out of him is, it wasn't meant to bend that way. Not sure, but he may need a few days to recover. Alright, so that sucks. And we have zombies now, so I'm going to send you to guard the farm. Oh, yeah, we got more zombies now. They start Stack up. No, I should probably go to the police station. Sometimes it's hard to determine where the zombies are going to attack. You basically just have to watch for the color to change. In this case, they're going to attack where Jim Henderson is, the injured person. Wish I could show out the faction system. I don't know that I'm going to be able to expand far enough to actually meet another one of the factions. But I have been thinking about doing like a full playthrough of this, just the story mode, which I think could be interesting, because I really like this game. It's awesome. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite titles on iOS. Okay, we got the church back. That's good. That's good. Getting a nice little neighborhood here. And we can grab the pawn shop. So I think once the pawn shop is retaken, we will call it a video. Up, crash. We just spotted a transport helicopter flying above Duncan's skyline like some sort of camo-colored angel coming to lift us out of this nightmare. Then it sputtered, spiraled, came crashing down Earth just like all of our dreams. Demolished the laboratory it landed on, but there might be something to salvage from the crash site. Maybe even survivors? And definitely zombies attracted by the noise. I'm not sure if we send a scavenger, a leader, or a soldier, or all three. Okay, so that was looking for the... Oh wow, that was far away. Yeah, occasionally these events will pop up with little exclamation points, and you can occasionally get special stuff out of them. Injury healed. Good, good. Okay. I can't believe you got screwed up on such an easy scavenge mission. Alright, just start scouting around. Pawn shop is reclaimed. Okay, and we will call it there. Rebuild 3 is excellent. Not only is it a fantastic addition to the already solid Rebuild series, but it's an excellent strategy management game in its own right. You don't need to have played any of the other games to really enjoy this. Some of the more hardcore simulation fans might be turned off by its overall shallowness, but that's a point up for debate. I want to see more games with this level of polish and attention on the App Store. You owe it to yourself to pick up Rebuild 3. It is well worth the $4.99 price tag. I've been Poor Cynic, and I will see you all next time. Ta-ta, and farewell.